guys, how's it going? It is me, Megan, and I am back with another video. If you guys are new to my channel, I'm a full-time reseller on Poshmark and a few other platforms, but mostly Poshmark. And here on YouTube, I like to make reseller content. I'll do install videos, I'll do unboxings, I'll do all that good stuff. So if that is something you guys are interested in, please make sure to like and subscribe, and that way you'll never miss one of my videos. Sorry if the lighting's kind of weird. I'm trying to fix it on my phone. But yeah, I am just doing a What's Sold Sunday video again this week. I am going to be going over sales from October 9th to yesterday, Saturday, which was October 15th. It actually was a pretty good week. I don't know. I don't know if the algorithm is back and it's working for me, or if it hasn't changed fully back yet, or if it has, and it's not working for me. I don't know. I will say I've had a great week with denim thus far. I've been waiting for it to really hit off, and this week I sold a bunch of jeans, which is great. I do love to sell jeans. So when they start selling, that's always the best. And yeah, I've just been doing some Halloween things. Like I mentioned, I've been watching a lot of like the original scary movies with my husband. We watched, what did we watch this last week? Halloween with Jamie Lee Curtis, I believe. The first one, the original one. It was pretty good. Not like scary to me now, I mentioned last week that I don't really like scary things. I really hate jump scares. It could be anything. I just hate jump scares. It doesn't even necessarily have to be a scary movie. But then I wanted to watch something kind of fun, so then we watched the live action Scooby-Doo movie, which is always super funny. And yeah. I also am reading The Shining. I like to read books before I watch the movie because I can't do it in reverse, and I'm not that good at reading things. Like, I just don't love to read. So I'm reading The Shining before we watch it. I have read it. I read that whole book before we watched it a couple of years ago. That was a long one. And yeah, now I'm reading The Shining, and I have a bunch of Stephen King books that I'm just trying to read before I watch the movies. And yeah, anyway, I hope you guys are having a fun spooky season so far. Again, let me know all the fun things you guys are doing. But yeah, I'm just gonna get into it. Last Sunday on the 9th, I had a pretty good day. I had 7 sales, which is great. That's another new thing with my closet from this last week is I started the free trial for Posher VA. I just started the free trial to kind of see if I like it better than the system I was using before to share my closet. And I do like it a lot because before I was just using an app, and so I'd have to have my phone open to share my closet, and I'd have to like go in and say share my closet. I couldn't schedule it or anything. This, you can schedule it, it'll share it even if you're not on your computer. It just has to be like open, and it will bulk send out offers and lower prices and stuff. I am getting used to it. It's kind of weird because I haven't been feeling like I'm doing a lot, because it pretty much almost can run your Poshmark closet for you. So I'm just getting used to it. But let me know if you guys use it and if you enjoy it. I am starting to like it. I do think it helped a lot with my sales this week. But I'm just trying to get used to, like, I'm not going in like sending individual offers. So I don't really know what people are liking. And yeah, I'm just getting used to it. But I think this was the first day that I was using it, so I was getting some sales from it. But anyway, the first thing I sold was actually a full price buy. It was these Insecta floral mules. It's like a Brazilian company. I actually got these on THREDUP in their like mixed brand section, assorted brand section. I used to kind of source there from time to time. I haven't done that in a long time. But I saw these. Comps looked pretty good, but there weren't many comps at all because it's not that popular of a brand. I don't even know if they sell it in the States anywhere, but they are like an eco-friendly brand, and they were really cute. I sat on them for a very long time. I think I probably spent like $15 on them, but they ended up selling for $60, and then after fees, I made $48. Then I sold this cute Zara baby knit overall onesie. I got this at the bins recently. I do pick up Zara kids pieces if I think they're like kind of unique and really cute. This one I felt like it was, and it's at the bin, so it's not going to cost much. It ended up selling for 15 and after fees I made 12, and that was a decently quick flip. I definitely got that probably less than a month ago. Then I sold this Brandy Melville wool sweater. This one I have been sitting on for a little while. I got this at the bins in Portland probably like months ago. It is a sweater, so it makes sense that it's selling now. It was really cute. I'll pick up Brandy Melville / John Galt, which is kind of the same thing, at the bins when I see it, if I feel like it's a pretty cute and trendy piece. And this one actually had like wool in it, so it had some good fabric. It'll never sell for very much unless it's like a really unique sought after piece. But yeah, this ended up selling for 18, and then after fees I made $14.40. Then I sold these Everlane jeans, which I've also been sitting on for quite a while. Everlane, specifically their jeans, just haven't been doing as well for me as they did, gosh, like what, early 2020 or like 2020 in general, pre-pandemic. I just don't think they're as popular, or maybe they're just a little bit more saturated now in the market. But these I picked up at the bins either in Portland or Vancouver, so a while ago. But I'm gonna pick up Everlane at the bins if I see it and it's in good condition. I ended up selling for $34, and then after fees I made $25.48. Then I sold this Nautica wool jacket. I got this, I don't even know if it was my most recent bulk box or just like a bulk box I've gotten over the years. It wasn't in the best condition. Nautica definitely doesn't do very well for me. I actually have a men's Nautica, I think it's even a down-filled jacket that I have been sitting on that I also got in a THREDUP rescue box. But this one I've been sitting on for a while. I had it listed at 40, someone offered me 30, and I accepted because first of all, it's taking up a lot of room in my inventory, and I just know it's just not gonna sell very well anyway. Even though it was very cute and in really good condition, it ended up selling, like I said, for 30, and then after fees, I made 24. Then I sold this Hannah Anderson girls white cardigan. I found two this day at the bins when I did find it. This one was probably the cuter of the two cardigans. It was a little bit more heavyweight, and it was a waffle knit, but it also was a little bit dirtier than the other cardigan. So I have been sitting on these for a while. Someone offered me 8, and I thought that was fine. My kids' stuff, I always pick it up at the bins, and you know, especially this one I've been sitting on for a little bit, but I already know I'm not gonna make very much money off of them usually anyway, so it sold for 8, and then after fees I made $5.05. And then the last sale I actually had was on Deepop. It's been a little while since I've made a Deepop sale, but I am glad to see it. It was a vintage fossil leather shoulder bag. I got this at the bins. I love finding purses at the bins, especially purses that I get really excited about. You know, those ones that look super trendy, you know, might be vintage, leather, ones that, you know, you see and you're like, okay, that's not really, normal people wouldn't really be that excited about it because it's just like a vintage fossil purse, but it was just so cute and trendy, definitely like 90s vibes. Not surprised that it's sold on Depop. I have had that one for a little bit though. But anyway, it ended up selling for 50, and then after fees I made $42.78. And then on Monday I didn't have any sales. So I actually don't think I got the Posher VA until, I don't remember when I got it, but I think I might not have gotten it until Monday. I should know because it's a 14-day free trial and it's gonna expire after this week. And I'll have to decide whether I wanna buy it or not. But yeah, actually I'm not sure. But Monday I didn't have any sales. And then on Tuesday I had 2 sales. I had another full price buy. It was this men's Smartwool quarter zip. I love finding Smartwool, Ibex, Icebreaker, all those brands are like kind of wool-based brands, kind of like athletic brands that do really well for me. I found this at the bins and I was so excited, so excited. I would get kind of familiar with their logos because sometimes I'll see the logo and I'll just know I want to pick it up. Or I once found an Ibex scarf and it just had the logo. It didn't have any other information on it, and I just recognized it. Even the fact that I didn't know that it was Ibex, I recognized the logo as being something good, and I mean it felt high quality. So I just took the risk, took it home, had to do a few like Google Lens searches, and then I was like, oh yeah, that's Ibex, I know that brand. So just getting familiar not only with like the brand names, but their logos could be really helpful. But yeah, anyway, saw this at the bins, picked it up so fast. I was so happy. It did take a little while to sell, but again, we're now really just getting into the cooler weather. It ended up selling for $60, and this was a men's piece, and then after fees I made $48. And then I had my first jeans sale, I think, right? I didn't mention any other jeans sales yet. Oh no, the Everlane jeans, obviously. But I had another jeans sale. It was this pair of Gap jeans that I can't remember if I got in a denim DIY box or if I got at the bins. I wouldn't pick up Gap like at a Goodwill, especially when my prices are like $11 per jean. That's just not gonna happen. But Gap does make high quality denim, and especially if it's like a cute style or a good size, I will pick it up. And I loved the model photo for these jeans, and I am surprised they took a while to sell because I have had them for a little bit. But again, we're just really getting into denim season. So I'm glad that they did sell. They ended up only selling for $18, and then after fees I made $14.40. Then I had another good sales day on Wednesday. I sold 6 pieces. I sold these Born Black suede boots. If you guys remember, several months ago now, I got like a mystery box, liquidation box, not sure what you would call it, from the brand New Without Tag Outlet, NWOT Outlet. It was a like a shoe mystery box. I think it was Nordstrom fall boots. I'll link the video up here. I can't remember what the box was actually called, but I think I got like maybe 10 fall winter boots in that box for, I want to say like $150. I honestly can't remember. I'll put the information on the screen if I can figure it out, but I want to say each boot cost about $13. I did get a lot of like knee-high boots, which was great. A lot of Sam Edelman, some Born, pair of bear paw boots, which haven't been getting any attention. Hopefully they will for the winter. Same with the Uggs. I did get a lot of really small sizes, which was kind of unfortunate. But this was actually the second pair of boots I've had sell. I had one sell on Depop months ago. One of the Sam Edelman pairs, probably the best pair I got in the box. And then these sold, which I'm happy about. Again, I figured I'd probably be sitting on them until fall and winter because I did get them in the summer. But, you know, fingers crossed I make a really good profit on it. But anyway, I don't usually pick up Born. I have had good luck because this is like the second time I've received like a boot box that had a lot of Born in it. They do make high quality shoes. It's just not like the trendiest of brands. But again, they do make like leather, suede, really nice boots. These had like newer tags. They end up selling for $103, which was fantastic. And then after fees, I made $80.68. Then I sold these Theory black dress pants. I picked these up recently at a local thrift store. I think they were definitely on sale, but I think I paid maybe between $4 and $6 for them. I do like the brand Theory. Just personally, I do like a lot of the pieces that they make. Same with Vince. I love their like really modern luxury, like minimalist pieces, and I gravitate towards those. I try and stay away from things that definitely look dated, but these were dress pants, so they were kind of in between, but luckily I was able to find like a style for them and a picture, and they were very, you know, newer modern jeans. They end up selling for $45, and then after fees I made $34.28. Then I sold these REI wool blend khakis. Again, makes sense that wool pants are selling now, but I got these in the summer at the bins in Portland. They weren't getting a lot of attention, so I threw them in my 5 for $25 part of my closet that people rarely ever use. But for some reason, once I put a bunch of stuff in there, people have just been buying things directly out from it. But anyway, I put this in that part of the closet. It did end up selling for $15, and then after fees, I made $12. REI pieces, like branded pieces, like their house brand REI, don't always do super well for me. They do make high quality pieces, but I don't think people are looking for that brand specifically. Other brands obviously sell at the store REI, like Patagonia and other things. So I think people are looking more for those brands. But I've still sold a decent amount of that brand. Then I had another purse sale. I sold this Kate Spade 90s shoulder bag. Again, I got this at a recent thrift store to me. So cute. I actually saw it there once and I passed on it because it is just like their nylon Kate Spade bag. I was like, it's cute, but I don't know, I'm just gonna pass on it. And then I think I went back a couple more times and it was still just there. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take it home and try it out. Glad I did. I paid about $12 for it. and it ended up selling for $89, and then after fees I made $69.48, and it was in really, really good condition. Some corner wear, I had to clean out the inside because it was super just like dusty, but yeah, still sold really well. Then I sold this vintage Moda International jacket. This was actually on eBay. This also came, I believe, in my most recent bulk boxes that I got like 6 months ago at this point. Moda International, I believe, used to be sold by Victoria's Secret. I want to say one of you guys told me that. And it was a cute jacket, you know, in really good condition. I really wasn't expecting to get too much for it, but someone, I think, offered me $40 on eBay, or I had it listed for $40 on eBay. I can't remember, but they purchased it for $40. I think it was a promoted listing, and I think I had free shipping on it. So after fees, I made $28.43, which isn't bad. I have already profited off of that bulk box, which is like the only nice thing about the bulk boxes I did get, is that I've always made my money back and profited at least a little bit. Not always a ton. Actually, I don't know if I've ever gotten like an amazing bulk box where I profited a ton. But anyway, that's just profit for me, which is great. And then the last thing I sold on Wednesday were these vintage Gloria Vanderbilt jeans, another pair of jeans. I got these at the bins. Gloria Vanderbilt obviously is nothing expensive, but they were vintage and pleated and really trendy and cute, but they just weren't getting a lot of attention. I think the brand really like dragged them down, but they ended up selling for $15, and then after fees I made $12. All right, and then Thursday, I had more sales on Thursday, but I actually made less money because they weren't as, you know, high priced sales, but that's still just really happy getting things moving out of my closet. I had 9 sales, and the first thing I sold was this new with tags Old Navy power suit. This was really trendy on TikTok, and I actually got it for myself when they restocked it, but it just wasn't my size. It was like 2 sizes too big, and I knew that. But I was like, oh, but like maybe it'll run small, which Old Navy just never runs small. It like runs big. So I just decided, I'm like, oh, I'll resell it. I could probably make my money back because it's so trendy, but I actually sat on it for a while, and I think I probably lost a couple of dollars, but it ended up selling for $30, and after fees, I made $24. Then I had a bundle sale. Someone bundled items from my 5 for $25 part of my closet that I just put a bunch of old stale inventory in, hoping to get it to move. I had started this a couple of years ago, or at least a year ago. I don't even remember. But then I kind of was like trying to get rid of it, so I was like putting things back into my normal closet. And now I have a bunch more stuff that I'm just trying to get rid of, so I just kind of revamped that section of my closet, hoping to get people to, you know, bundle and buy, but hasn't been happening yet. But fingers crossed it'll start. Anyway, someone actually ended up bundling 6 items, so I offered them $30 and they accepted. But it was this Michael Kors skirt, which I got in I think in my bulk boxes I got this. Usually Michael Kors does well for me on Mercari, but like nowhere else. I don't usually pick it up unless I think it's really trendy and cute, which is like my exception for most brands. But anyway, that skirt, a Project Social Tee tank top, which Project Social Tee I believe is sold at like Urban Outfitters. That I want to say either came in some sort of mystery box or from clothes my sister-in-law gave me to sell 2 or 3 years ago. And then 2 Harry Potter tees from Universal, which my sister-in-law did give to me, so those were free to me. A men's New Attack J. Crew polo, which came in a men's THREDUP box that I got probably forever ago. I don't even remember. I also don't even remember the last time I got a men's THREDUP box. And then 2 pairs of socks. They were New Attack. One was like J. Jill and one was J. Crew, I want to say. And those came in a kind of recent fun box that I just kind of bundled them together. Anyway, it sold for $30 and after fees I made $24, and I'm totally happy with that. Love to see things that I hate to see in my closet actually sell, so I never have to see them again. And those are just, it's not that I hate the items, like they're bad items, but I've had them forever and I just want to see them go. Okay, and then I sold these Lululemon joggers, and I do believe this day, Thursday, was the day I was sending out that 20% bulk closet offer. So that's what a lot of these sales came from, was offering 20% off. But anyway, these Lululemon joggers did come in my most recent bulk box. It's funny that things from that bulk box are selling now, all of a sudden, but I did get a few Lululemon pieces, which if I ever get a bulk box, that's like all I hope for, is to get a like handful of Lululemon pieces. But I think this was the last piece from that box to sell of Lululemon branded things. Really cute joggers. They sold for $44, and after fees I made $32.52. Then I sold this red caribou horse onesie. I just loved the print on this. Again, really Western, really trendy. Red caribou, when I looked this brand up on their website, the pieces are pretty expensive. I want to say this onesie was close to $50 or $60 new. I'm not sure, but it should be on the listing. But it was very expensive. And I found this at the bins. I just liked the print. Thought I'd take a risk on it because it wasn't going to weigh much. But yeah, it ended up selling for $24, which is great. And then after fees, I made $16.52. Then I sold the dude robe, which if you remember, I got this in a recent bins haul. I saw it and I'm like, oh, it's kind of funny because it's like the ideal robe that my husband would just love. So I just thought I'd look up the brand because it also was a kind of unique brand name. And comps were really good, kind of like in the $80 range. They make different team, like sports team decals for these robes. Like, you know, they'll have like a patch or it'll say it on the back. This one was plain. Thought that'd help it sell better, but it might have kind of hindered it selling for like $80. But again, I also could have waited more towards the holidays, which is when pajamas are kind of like, you know, bought more. But anyway, I'm happy it sold for $64, and after fees I made $48.52. Then I sold this boys Columbia jacket, got this in Portland, been sitting on it for a while, but you know, we're barely into jacket season. It ended up selling for $28, and after fees I made $19.72. Then I sold this Urban Outfitters turtleneck, which had an embroidered mushroom on the collar. Got this at a recent bins trip, mostly just because it had the mushroom on it. Mushrooms are, for whatever reason, very trendy. People love mushroom things. Had a hair in my mouth. But that only sold for $14, which I'm not surprised. It wasn't in like perfect condition. Definitely had some wash wear. After fees, I made $8.37. Then I sold another Columbia piece, these Columbia women's cargo shorts. These I got at the bins. I actually found two of these shorts. Cargo shorts were so trendy over this summer. I found two of the exact same shorts, these in khaki and then one in navy. The navy ones did already sell, I think, I don't know if it sold on Poshmark or somewhere else, but these sold on Poshmark. They sold for $17, and after fees I made $13.60. And then the last thing I sold on Thursday were a bundle of 3 pairs of girls jeans. These I got in my most recent DIY denim box, which I didn't even film and share because it came from Arizona and I knew it was going to be terrible, and it was. There was like a handful of salvageable things that I got in that box, and I got several pairs of girls jeans that were all the same size. So I decided to bundle them and list them because I knew I could, at the least I could make $12 and I'll make $6.37 after, and you know, that's better than nothing. Okay, and then on Friday I had 4 sales. I sold another pair of jeans, these universal thread jeans, which I picked up at the bins, kind of because I wasn't finding very much, but they were also really cute. I'm sorry if you could hear my husband. I already told him he's being really loud. But yeah, they ended up selling for $16, and after fees I made $10.12. I just like the style, and I could tell they were newer. They do have the date in them, so you can always check that. They're one of the brands that does that, Target brands. Then I sold these Madewell Slim Demi Boot jeans. These I thought would do a little bit better, but someone did offer me $50 and I decided to accept. I picked these up at a local Goodwill for $11. So, you know, I try and make the most I can out of, you know, turning a profit on those. So when someone offered me $50, I thought that that was fine. And then after fees, I made $40. Then I sold these Edwin Sophie jeans, which I also picked up at a Goodwill recently for $11. You guys might have remembered that haul. Comps looked amazing, but I could not get any interest in these for like probably the month, maybe 2 months I've had them. So when someone lowballed me and I was able to get them up to $30, I decided I might as well accept instead of sitting on them for forever and then maybe never making a profit on them. So they sold for $30. After fees, I made $22.28. So I did at least double my money, and it was a decently quick flip for me. So I'm not mad about that. Then the last thing I sold was an Obey crew neck that I got at the bins in Portland. Obey can sometimes do well for me, but this wasn't in the best condition, so it ended up only selling for $10, and then after fees, I made $7.05. And then Saturday I had 4 sales. I sold this Madewell button front dress, really perfect for the fall, sold for $32, and then after fees I made $25.60. This I also picked up at the bins. It's a size extra small, which is a hard sell, especially for Madewell pieces, but I'm just really happy that it sold. Then I sold this autumn cashmere turtleneck. I've had this forever, at least 2 years, maybe 3. I got this at a Goodwill. Don't remember what I paid, but it was just so cute and, you know, made with cashmere, so I thought it would do really well. Been sitting on it, like I said, for a long time. Someone offered me 40 and I decided to accept, and after fees I made 32. Then I sold these American Eagle wide leg jeans. These were in a really light wash, so I think that was kind of a harder sell. Light wash jeans like this light, I don't think are that trendy right now, but Priyanka Jonas did wear them, so I made that my cover photo, and they sold for 15 and after fees I made 12. I got those in a DIY denim box from a long time ago, so I'm just happy to see them go. And the last thing I sold yesterday was on Mercari. It was this Khaki, I always pronounce that wrong. It's a brand sold by Lane Bryant, floral print bra. It was in a size 44H, so it was a good big size, and that's why I picked it up at the bins. And it sold for $35, and after fees I made $30.18. That one took a while to sell. I found another bra almost exactly like it in the same size from the same brand that sold much faster. And it was in less good condition than this one. I think just because that one had a model photo and this one didn't. That one sold months and months and months ago, and this one's just selling now. But yeah, anyway, I had a really good week. My gross total for this week was $1,000.27, and then after fees of $175, I net $852. That's funny. There's no cents. Usually it's blah, blah, blah and blank cents, but I guess $852 flat. Let's hope I did that math right. But anyway, yeah, I had a really great week. I'm really happy that seems like sales are picking up. I don't mind if I get, you know, a bunch of really small sales if I'm getting things to move out of my closet. That just makes me so happy, so I'm hoping that keeps up. I'd really love to know how your sales and your sourcing is going, and again, any like comment you have to make about the algorithm if you feel like, I know some of you said you don't feel like it changed, some of you said you were having the best sales ever, so I'd love to know if that's, you know, changed for you guys this week, if you see a pickup or if you've seen a slowdown when you thought there was a pickup. Would just really like to know. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great time sourcing and selling this week, and I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye.